Guys, before I get into the state of the gaming industry, I want to go back to Guardians of the Galaxy and just talk about a few things that I never had the time to mention in my review. I do like to finish my reviews in 10 minutes. This one went over by 2 or 3 minutes, so I finished it quite abruptly. There was a few more things that when I'd finished the review, I thought, oh, I wanted to say this, because I never script anything. I've got no notes. I don't script anything. Every review is straight off the top of my head as soon as I finish playing the game, because that way it's more passion. You get more passion, and I can really, how I feel, trying to convey how I feel, and I prefer that to these corporate fucking shit reviews. I hate them. No thanks. So yeah, there was a few things. I did mention them in a comment, but I'm going to mention them here. The first thing was the space battle that I put in, in the actual review. Yeah, I'm outnumbered by all these spaceships, and to be honest with you guys, when I wasn't expecting a space battle. When I was thrust into it, I quickly looked at what my controls were, and then I looked and saw all these spaceships coming at me, and I thought, my goodness, this is going to be fucking tough, this. Shit, let's get at it. I was thinking of all the elite skills from Elite Dangerous and all of that. And after about 4.3 seconds, I realised that I needed to just burst out laughing at how absolutely disgraceful this whole sequence was. You have this huge circle, this target rectangle. It's a massive, massive circle. And all you have to do is get the enemy ship anywhere in that circle, get within range and press your fire button. It makes no difference whatsoever where the lasers are aimed at. As long as the ship is in that circle, your lasers will auto aim onto the ship and destroy it in 3 or 4 hits. Yeah, there you go. 9 out of 10, guys. Absolute insult to anybody who is a gamer. I don't care if you're a console gamer or what. That is insulting to gamers. But does anyone mention any of that in their reviews? Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Why would they? F*** off, please, you fucking shills. Then we have the puzzles, guys. The puzzles. My goodness, the puzzles. The puzzles. The puzzles. Guys, you come to a dead end. You'll come to a dead end and there'll be a wall with scratch marks on. And if you're wondering which of your team to order to do that, it'll be the one standing right next to it. They actually stand next to the puzzle solution as if to say, use me for that. And do you know something, guys? If you are AFK for like more than 30 seconds, I mean, I was having a cup of tea, so I stopped and I was just drinking me tea. And after 30 seconds, I think it was Rocket, told me exactly what to do. One of them, I can't remember who it was, but they literally tell you, if you do nothing for 30 seconds, they'll tell you what to do. It's, honestly, guys, absolutely, it's insult. How are you not insulted as a gamer? I was insulted constantly playing this game. I had my actual gaming pedigree insulted over and over again. I've survived all these amazing games over the years. I've honed my skills in all of these games, and I'm presented with this drivel as gameplay. That's what it is. Like the ones I mentioned in the review, the on-rails fucking escape as you're piloting the ship through the explosions. Bullshittery. Why are we having this? Why are we standing for this as gamers? What are you doing? Actually saying to the developers of this, well done, more please, more, I mean, fuck off please. Guys, I'm currently editing this video, so I've come out of what I was actually saying, just because I want to show you something that so sums up what I've just been saying, and then I'll go back to the video of where I was. So just indulge me for 1 minute while I show you this. I'm currently looking at the footage that I've recorded here. So if we go forward, this is what I'm talking about with the insult to intelligence with puzzles. I'll just play it. Now you see that, we've opened this new section and look at this little person there, just ran across the screen for no reason and vanished. They've vanished. Up there. They've vanished up there, guys. Now as you run down, it's a dead end. There's nowhere to go. Now if you also look, there, he's standing at that exact same place as well. So you've got 2 indicators immediately that that's the way to go. A little person that's purely there to say, hey, look, this is the way, and him standing there to say, no, we don't go down there, we go through there. And sure enough, I mean, I mean, who would miss that anyway? But listen, this is the level of stupidity that these AAA developers think we have as gamers. They think we are so fucking shite at games that we need two markers to say that that's the fucking way to go. I'll hand you back to Mac in the video. I mean, the QTEs, why are they even in games now? Get rid of them. Get rid of these quick time events. The falling in the quicksand. Just answer me this fucking question, some fucker in the comments. You fall into quicksand. How does a circle on the screen where you have to direct your mouse and you have another image of your movement keys and you have to bring them both into the center of the circle and then press a button? You tell me how that gets you out of quicksand, please, because I'd love to know. I'll tell you what, if I'm next at the fucking beach and I fall in quicksand, I'll just say, oh, give us a fucking mouse and keyboard so I can move them into an imaginary circle and then I'm out. Don't bother phoning the fucking fire brigade. It's bullshit. And then you know what? You'll sit there as gamers and you'll do that. And then you'll see this cutscene of you getting out of the quicksand and you'll just accept it. Oh, that's good, I'm out the quicksand. Phew, thank goodness that I can move a mouse and a keyboard into a circle, eh? Why not stuff your fucking quick time event up your fucking rectum and just let us fall into the quicksand and be sat there in control of our character in some fucking quicksand. And then you see them all, hey, how are we going to get out of this? I don't know, how are we going to get out of this? I'm sinking, fucking hell. Hey, we do something, Quill, I'm sinking, what are you going to fucking do? And so I'm looking around with my mouse, looking around, and I see a tree, and there's maybe a branch or two, and I think, well, if I could, there's no flashing fucking markers, but if I could maybe shoot under that branch and the branch falls, I might just be able to grab it. I mean, we can all just maybe pull each other out, and then you get out and it's like, fucking hell, that was great. Do you know why we can't have that, guys? It's because it's much easier to just put this fucking shitty thing in and that's that. Because they've been conditioned to think like this when they're playing a computer game. And this is the problem. Gamers are totally conditioned now. They've been brought up on this shite. It's all they know. And you know what? Right now, as I sit in this fucking chair, there are developers, AAA developers, getting ready to shovel you another £50 game full of this shite. Because that's all they can do. They daren't do anything else. They just copy off everything else that's been before that and before this. Put it in a box, £60 please. There you fucking go. Sold to the prick over there. I mean, that's how it is now in games. They don't try to do anything better. They don't think out of the box. They don't even try to be innovative. There is no innovation anymore in the AAA industry. It's just a festering pile of reconditioned bollocks that we've seen all before. I'm sick of it. Absolutely. This is why I'm thinking, why do I even bother with these games anymore? They are just nauseatingly bad. Now, like I say, if they marketed this as a Guardians of the Galaxy story-driven adventure, then I would have give this, I wouldn't have even talked about the combat. I would have give this probably 7.5 to 8 out of 10. And I would have just been, yeah, that's what it is. It does what it says on the tin, and it's a very, very good story and good characters and all of that stuff. That's what would have happened in my review. But it's not marketed as that. And that's why I give it what it fucking deserved, because it isn't in the same fucking league as what I call a action adventure like Control, Red Dead, GTA, Skyrim. What about the Dishonored 1 and 2? I love them. Half-Life. I mean, you can even call Half-Life and Prey and Stalker action adventures because they are big adventures full of fucking action. Ghost of Tsushima. You know, this isn't fit to lick the boots of any of them as an action adventure game because the action is fucking rancid. And you know, guys, the gaming industry is in an look at Cyberpunk. Look at the fucking absolute state that we were given Cyberpunk. From what everybody considered to be the best developers out there. I'm sorry, what? I don't think so. Absolutely. Look at Fallout 76, guys. Look at Fallout. Garbage. I mean, I hear that it's a hell of a lot better now, but that's not the point. It's when it's boxed up and said, there you go, we finished the game, have at it. Garbage. You know, look at the WWE wrestling thing. My goodness, how dare they? You know, No Man's Sky, that was another one, but that's great now. But look at how bad that was. And you know, I could go on. I could go into so many games that were AAA brought out and they absolutely stunk, guys. Oh, there's a day one patch. Wait for the day one patch. You hate it. Wait for the day one patch. Listen to them, guys. Have you ever listened to the fuckers? Wait for the day one patch. Wait for the day one patch. Talk about conditioned. Wait for the day one patch. Oh, on your knees all hail. The day one patch will save thee. You absolute fucking sheep to the slaughter. Grow some fucking balls. Day one patch. My goodness, they shouldn't need a fucking day one patch. And you know something? While we're talking, let's look at the fucking shills that dare call themselves game reviewers. How fucking dare they? How dare they? Half of them don't even cover the fucking graphical options. And the rest of them, they just, when they come across something awful in a game, they'll just pretend I never saw that. That doesn't exist. No. Oh, I didn't see that either. Okay. That. Hey, look at this instead. Shiny. Look at the shine. Ignore that. Ooh, ignore that. Don't let them see that. Look at the shiny. It's shiny. Forget that over there. Oh shit! Look at the state of that gameplay. Don't show that. The shiny. Keep your eyes here. Shiny big graphics. Look at the shiny big. Oh, f*** off, please. Absolute disgrace to the gaming industry. So, yeah. Then we'll have a look at terms of service, guys. Do you know what? Half of these games record everything you fucking say. Oh yes, that's required for those trolls. We don't want to hear those trolls. It's for your own safety. It's gosh, how dangerous would it be if your voice wasn't recorded? It's for those trolls that say those also hateful things. We have to have all of our. I even bend over once a month and let them examine up my arse to make sure there's no trolls up there. You should let them into your house as well. They can screw your wife and ask if there's any back. Just f*** off. It's just wine. These people who are complicit to all of this bullshit. My goodness, wake the f*** up, please. Just wake up, will you? Letting people listen into your private fucking conversations. Are you insane? Oh, my goodness, guys. The state of it. Thank goodness that microtransactions seem to be dying down, because that was another huge fucking thing that these AAA companies are trying to get on us. My goodness, how dare they? It's not about gameplay and games and good games anymore. It's now invasion of fucking privacy, just absolutely destroying games, making them built around monetization and getting you to spend your money on bullshit after charging you through the fucking snout to buy it in the first place. Thank goodness we have indie games out there, and not just indie games, guys. I want a big shout out to AA games as well. You know, the kind of the $34.99 stuff, the indie markets that do really good stuff, or I mean some really bad shite as well, but you know, really good stuff for gameplay wise. They may not have the graphical punch of the AAA industry, but my goodness, they way more than make up for it where it counts, and it's the bloody gameplay. Do you know what? When I was down the block yards where boy racers used to hang out when I was a fucking 17-year-old, I remember this lad in a Porsche fucking Carrera lined up for a drag race against a fucking Escort van that was dropping to bits with rust on it. He got absolutely wrecked off this Escort van because it had a fucking V8 Rover engine in, tuned to the fucking nines. It's what's under the bonnet. It's the gameplay, not the fucking snazzy looking graphics.